and welcome back to my channel. My name is Brianna Coleman, Realtor with Century 21 New Millennium. Now, today I'm going to try to discuss it without my glasses because that glare is really glary. Today I'm going to discuss when in the home buying process you will need to dish out money. From the beginning when you speak with the loan officer all the way to the end when it comes to settlement. So if you're interested, stay tuned. But before we get started, don't forget to hit the like button. It's very important for my channel. I'm trying to grow my channel, so just do me one favor and hit the like button. Thank you. So the first thing you want to do is ideally either get with a lender or get with a realtor. So getting with a realtor to me is preferred over getting with a lender because once you find a realtor, likely they have lenders that they work with, lenders that they know can do certain things, maybe that can help with credit better than others. They may offer certain loans that may work better for you, certain grants and things like that. But you can always go to whichever lender you choose. You do not have to go to one that your realtor prefers. That step is totally free. In most circumstances, the realtor never gets paid from the buyer directly, from working with the buyer. Once, of course, everything is all said and done, the commissions come from the seller. So the buyer, as a buyer, you do not have to pay anything to your realtor. A lot of times realtors will have you sign a buyer agreement with them just because of that fact that, you're taking somebody around, showing them different homes, but there's never any guarantee you're going to get paid, even with that sign. But having it signed kind of gives you more of a sense that they're serious in the home buying process. If they're going to make a decision, they're going to make it with you rather, someone else. It never guarantees that you're going to get paid having signed that. Some realtors use it, some realtors don't. But a lot of the times the broker prefers that you use that because the person could just be using you to go look at homes, at their leisure, which it does cost money. It does cost money and it does cost time. So I totally get it. Some people are against it and don't want to sign it. They feel like they don't want to have any kind of rapport with a realtor. They just want to go around realtor to realtor. But from a realtor standpoint, I get it as well. You want to have some kind of, commitment from the client. Okay, so that's free. So we can just kind of bypass that anyway. The next step will be to find a house. So of course, to find a house, you'll just need gas money. That's not really, the purpose of this video. But in today's market, it can kind of add up because it's not a whole lot on the market and it's very, very competitive. So you may or may not get your offer accepted on the first, the second, or third house. And you might have to drive around a lot. So that's a small thing in the grand scheme of things, but that's, a reality. After you find your house, after your offer is accepted, that is when the real fees begin. So once you place the offer, you already have your earnest money deposit ready. There's no set percentage that you should offer for earnest money. In a market like now, in a seller's market, and a really strong seller's market like we're in right now, a lot of the times earnest money deposit will be much higher than usual. For average price homes, the earnest money will be maybe $1,000 to $2,000, something like that. Now, earnest money deposit could be like $6,000, $10,000. Now, your earnest money is an upfront cost that will be held by the broker, or a lot of times now it's held by the title company. Earnest money deposit is really just to show good faith that you want this house. Basically, it's just saying, hi seller, I really want this house more than any other applicants. They're willing to risk $1,000. I'm willing to risk $10,000 in case that I can't perform or I back out for any reason. That $10,000 is yours. That's what earnest money deposit is for. So it's not, so it's always a good thing to put down earnest money. It's pretty standard to put something down for earnest money, but there's no set limit, and that's something that you can use to negotiate to make your offer look better than others. The next time you will need money is with inspection. So an inspection is another thing. I think I want to talk about negotiation. I'm not sure if I want to do a video on that yet. I might do that. So the next time you'll need money is for your inspection. Now, just after you go under contract, after it's accepted and you're ratified, likely you will go ahead and pay for your inspection. Right now, the shortest I've seen is 2 days for inspection window. So basically it's saying that you can have your inspection done with the results within 2 days of the contract ratifying. Typically it's about 5 to 7 days or 5 to 10 days. The longest I've seen so far is about 15 days to get the inspection done. So the price of a home inspection does vary. So it could be, depending on where you live, it could be between $250 to $500. I would say average about $350. However, here's another caveat. In this market, a lot of folks are waiving an inspection. If you are doing that, that could save you just a few $100s, which in the grand scheme of things, it's probably not worth it. The inspection does help you. It's for your protection. Maybe if you're buying like a house that's very new, you feel more comfortable waiving the inspection. But if it's a pre-existing home, even if it's a new build, a lot of times new construction, I would still get an inspection. It's a risk that a lot of people are taking, and it works out for some it does not work out. But most of the time in this market, they're not doing it to save money. They're doing it to make their offer look better on paper. So that's one less thing the seller has to worry about if there is no inspection at all. The next thing you have to pay for is an appraisal. Now, the appraisal is ordered by your lender. So your lender will order the appraisal, and then the buyer will pay for the appraisal. Appraisals could be around the same cost as an inspection. It could be about $300 to $400 for an appraisal. The purpose of an appraisal is to tell the lender how much that home is worth. The lender will not give a buyer a higher loan amount than what the home is appraised for. An appraisal is another very important part to the process, and it's something that people are also waiving. They're waiving appraisals. Some of the appraisers cannot keep up with the fast-paced market that we're in right now. So even from last year, if you had your house appraised last year and appraised for a certain value, this year, more than likely, all things stay the same, your house will more than likely appraise for more. It should appraise for more. And there's a lot going into appraisals and bias and neighborhoods and that kind of thing too. And that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. I don't know if I want to even get into that on my channel, but yeah. Now you're at the home stretch. Closing is the last and final step that you'll need to come out of pocket with some money as it pertains to actually buying the house. With down payment and closing costs, you typically pay together at settlement. So if you're FHA, down payment could be 3.5%. If you're conventional, it could be 3%, 3 to 5%. If you're an investor, it could be 15 to almost 25% down payment. It just depends on what kind of loan you got. If you're USDA, it could be no down payment. VA, no down payment. So it just depends on what kind of loan you have. At closing, you'll also pay for closing costs. Closing costs are typically 3 to 5% of the sales price of the house. The reason why there is a percentage and there's like a small range there is because it depends on the lender. Not every lender is going to have the same closing costs. You can go to one lender and their closing costs may be cheaper. You can go to another lender and they may have higher closing costs. Now, some lenders don't show you all their fees up front that it costs to close, and they kind of sneak things in at the end. But if you have a good lender, they have shared all the estimated closing costs up front. So when it gets towards the end, before closing, and nothing is a surprise. So that pretty much wraps up my video. I always tell buyers to save as much as you can. Now, this is not going to be the same for every buyer. Some buyers, like I said, will qualify for certain loans where they don't have to pay any down payment. Some buyers will qualify for certain grants and home buying opportunities where they don't have to put a lot of money down or any money down. So with that being said, if you're interested in buying a house in Maryland, please make sure to contact me. My information will be down in the description box below. If you're not in Maryland and you're looking elsewhere, contact me and I can get you connected with a realtor in your state. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up for me. Follow me on social media. Subscribe to my channel right here. And thank you so much for watching. Do me one favor and hit that like button. See you in the next video.